Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ademola Badmus. So in this video, like I said in the previous one, in this video we'll go right into the installation, how to set up Cypress with TypeScript. So I will bring up my Visual Studio Code. That's my preferred IDE. There are different IDEs you can use to run your codes. So I will decide to use this one. Let me come up with something like this. So in this case, I will just want to, what I need to do from Visual Studio Code is open a new folder where I want to have this thing run. I have a YouTube folder where all the things go into. So here I will create a new folder and call it probably CY TypeScript. Right. So when I create this and I open that, this is what we will have. So I have that, I have this, and the first thing I want to do is open my terminal. So what I want to do is I want to create my package.json file, and the easiest way to create that is by doing npm-y. It automatically creates one for you by default. You can now make modifications inside it, or you can just do npm in it and press enter, where it gives you the option to start to rename stuff by yourself if you want to do that. And once you've gotten to the end of it, it asks you if you prefer this. If you prefer it, you type yes. If you don't prefer it, you type no. Then it doesn't create anything for you, or it means you start the whole process again, and you will try to get the desired things that you want. But for me, I'm okay with just creating a blank one like that on the fly. So I will just do this and press enter, and it automatically creates one. Like in the previous videos, I've explained why we need a package.json file, so I'm going to explain it again. We need a package.json file because all our dependencies will be stored in this package, will be stated in this package.json file. So it means that once we have a package.json file, we can export our codes to any platform, and whoever gets that code can easily install all that we've used by just typing a simple command npm install, because once that command is typed, it will pick everything from inside the package.json. And the same thing, if we are using yarn, we do not need to export our node modules from the package.json. You just do yarn install and everything in the package.json will be installed. So right now the next thing we'll do is we'll install. We can write this out this way, and we'll put Cypress, then we'll put space TypeScript. It is not a must you have to do it this way. You can do it one after the other by installing Cypress first, then installing TypeScript later. But it would achieve the same thing if you write it under one line, and it will install both of them. And we can even shorten all the things that we've written here by just writing npm I -D Cypress. Then also we want to install TypeScript, so we install both of them at the same time and we hit enter. Then we just wait for it to install everything. As you can see, it has brought in the node modules rather. So once this is done, the package lock.json will also be created. Then after that, we'll create the Tsconfig file. So it's just a simple file that we can add into, we would include into the Cypress folder. So once we do that, all we just need to do is copy what is here and we paste it into the Tsconfig file. So once that is done, we would just start up the Cypress runner. And as you can see, there's an explanation here about the types, which I would have gotten to later on, because this is a very key part in TypeScript. You have to give the types, so it would it will tell the TypeScript compiler to include those type definitions from Cypress, right? Whatever you install when you're using a TypeScript method to write anything, whatever you must have installed, you would have to give the specific types in the Tsconfig to tell TypeScript what part of the dependency that you've installed would be relevant. Okay, so with that being, well, after doing that, we now create that file I just mentioned, the tsconfig file. So say tsconfig.json. This is the file, tsconfig.json, just like the name is, tsconfig.json, and we'll copy what is here. So we copy this and we paste it into that, and that's it. And one thing I've always done is on my VS Code, if you're using VS Code for the first time, you can save, but always remember to put it on auto save. What that means is that for every time you write anything, it will automatically save it. So many people had come into my DM saying that they've made changes to their code and nothing is happening, and when I checked, I realized that they've not been saving. And once you don't save, Cypress can't pick up the things that you've not saved. So it's only when your codes are updated that's when things happen. So now, for the moment of truth, we'll open Cypress for the first time. You can use the command npx cypress open. We already know we want to do E to E test, so we'll just go on to E to E flag. We add it to it, so it just opens the E to E for us. It will give us the E to E. So as you can see, this is 12.12 and it's showing me that I'm using it for the first time. So we have it. So now all these files will be created for us, and as you can see, everything is in the TypeScript extension. So you can just click on continue, and we just start it in any of the browser that we prefer. So we'll open it up for the first time, and it will want to create a sample file for me. So I can create one by myself here. It's going to be created into the E2E folder, and let me add one more folder to it and call it let's just call it maybe files. Let's call it files, and inside files is the index spec file. So it creates this, and it doesn't need to create another one, so we close this, and as you can see, it has been created. So when we go back into our code right now, what we are going to find is the files that has been created, the E2E, and inside the E2E there is this there. We will not be needing this E block because what we'll be doing will be different. So in the next video, we've been able to successfully create our TypeScript module. So in the next video, what I will be doing is we are going to discuss those folders. I know I have discussed it in the traditional videos, but right now I will want to discuss it again for those who would not want to go back to the previous video. I'll discuss it again here, what the folder structure looks like and how it helps us to write our automated script. If you've gotten this far, please do not forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments or leave your questions. Thank you and see you in the next video.